If you've been thinking about buying a home in Plainfield, Oswego, Naperville, or really any of these Southwest suburbs, you've probably stopped and asked yourself, is new construction a good option for me? The truth is, neither is universally better or worse. It just depends on your situation and what you're looking for in your next home. So today we're going to break down the pros and cons to each. Hi, my name's Elise, and for the last 10 years, I've been helping families in Plainfield, Oswego, and the surrounding suburbs make great decisions about real estate. So let's start off with why buyers love new construction. And we're just going to start really easy and really obvious in that it's new. It's shiny, it's bright, it's fresh, it's got all of the current design trends. You don't have to worry about a new roof or new windows or new mechanicals, and there's value to that. Because of all that newness, you have a lot less maintenance when you first walk into it. You don't have to worry about having neon green walls or a roof that's going to need to be replaced in the next couple of years. And for a lot of buyers that are just getting started, that peace of mind can be incredibly valuable and incredibly enticing. It's got modern floor plans, so it's going to offer the open concept. It's going to have a good sized primary suite with an ensuite bathroom. It's probably going to have a good amount of closet space. Your basement will likely not have all of your mechanicals sitting right in the middle of it. You're going to have a lot of those things that over time buyers have shifted towards. Those are already going to be included in those new homes. A lot of builders also provide warranties on their homes. So you're going to have that added peace of mind of someone that you can call in the short term to fix a problem if there is one. And a lot of builders also offer incentives. So depending on the home that you're looking at and the neighborhood you're looking at, you may be able to get some interest rate savings or some added discounts at closing. They may help with your closing costs, or they may offer you some savings in upgrades as you're designing your home. Now let's contrast that and look at some of the potential downsides of new construction. The first one is the one that I think is one of the biggest problems, and that's the upgrades add up quickly. Now this will vary from builder to builder, but I've seen buyers come in and add $50,000, $70,000, even as much as $200,000 in upgrades to their home before they get it to a level that they are excited to move into. That means that a neighborhood that's advertising homes in the mid 400s range may end up ending in the mid 600s range. There's also the tax implication. So in Illinois, new construction homes are going to be taxed on the final finished value of it. And that exact tax amount is going to vary depending on what community you're in, what township, all of these different things. But suffice it to say, you're going to see your taxes somewhere between 2.8 and 3.2% of your final purchase price. So on a $600,000 home, you're looking at a tax bill somewhere between $15,000 and $20,000. And that amount is going to increase consistently over the first 3 to 7 years, depending on when you built into the neighborhood. It's going to spike and then it will calm down and level off a little bit. But your taxes on a new construction home are always going to end up being higher than they would be on a comparable resale home of the same price in the same area. A lot of new construction neighborhoods have very small lots. Now remember, the builder is in there to make a profit. And so the more homes that they can get into that piece of land that they're developing, the larger the profit they're going to make. A lot of new construction homes, if you're lucky, you will get an upgraded lot that is 1/4 of an acre. Getting anything larger than that is incredibly difficult. And finally, you're going to be living in a construction zone. Now, if you're in the first phase of development within the neighborhood, the nice thing is you get the home at the cheapest price it'll be available for. However, you're going to spend anywhere from 3 to 7 years living in a construction zone. If you're on the last phase of it, you're going to pay a little bit more, but you're going to be living in that construction zone for significantly less time. Now let's talk about why buyers love resale properties. One of the biggest advantages is that you're in a mature, established neighborhood. And that means that you're going to have parks, you're going to have homes that are well landscaped, you're going to have mature trees, there's going to be a little bit more character to it. The neighborhood itself will likely feel a little bit more homey when you first move in. Existing homes tend to be in better locations or more desirable locations. The locations are already built out and built up. So if you want to be within just a few minutes of a grocery store or a shopping establishment or places that you can run errands and support your life, existing construction might be the way to go. You're going to get more home for the money. When you buy an existing home, you get a little bit more for the money. So your home is already going to have typically a backyard enjoyable space. It's going to have landscaping. The basement might be finished. Simple things like having blinds on all of the windows. Those are all costs that add up really, really quickly in new construction that are almost always included in an existing home. And finally, negotiation opportunities. Now, it's going to depend on the specific market that you're in. Here in the middle of 2026, if you're looking for a desirable, updated home, you may not have a ton of negotiating options, but if you're looking for a property that you can get a little bit of seller assistance for an interest rate buy down, or closing cost assistance, any of those things, you're going to have more leverage on an existing home than you ever would on a new construction home. And now the downsides of existing home. First and foremost, and the biggest one, is maintenance. It may need a new roof, a new air conditioner, new windows, any of those things within the first couple years of living there. That's why it's really important to ask the questions about the ages of those items before you sign on the dotted line. It may have an older floor plan. It used to be that sectioned off homes were really, really popular, or tri-levels, bi-levels, raised ranches, things like that that aren't quite as in vogue these days. Those may be a little bit more prevalent in your existing home search. You're also going to have to compete with other buyers. Here in the middle of 2026, those move-in ready updated homes are coming at a premium, and buyers are really having to fight hard for that. So which one actually builds more wealth for you? This is a question that I get so often and that I'm always trying to talk buyers to. And the answer is neither automatically wins in every situation. Biggest drivers of long-term appreciation are going to be the school district, the location, and the desirability of where the actual home is located, not whether the home was brand new or existing when you purchased it. Choose new construction if you value low maintenance, if you really want an open concept floor plan, and if you really, really want to emphasize being able to make your own decisions on the finishes within the home. Choose resale if you really value being in a location that's already built up and well established, if you want a little bit more space for the money, if you're looking to save money on taxes, and especially if you're okay with doing a little bit of cosmetic updates. What most buyers end up doing is starting their process convinced that they want one versus the other, and then they start exploring and looking at the pros and cons, and it's really clear if their original choice is the way to go or if the other option is a more clear winner for them. Because at the end of the day, you're not choosing between new and old. You're choosing between location and lifestyle. If you're trying to decide between new construction and resale in Plainfield, Oswego, Shorewood, any of these surrounding suburbs, my information is in the link below. I am here to help.